You know, if the current administration restructures disability benefits like they've been talking about doing, I could lose my income. Not hypothetically and not in a few years. Probably soon. And I have no backup. I would have to rely on my friends, my family, to take care of me. And as someone that has spent her entire adult career working in high-stress jobs, like a prison, dispatching for forest fires, taking care of elderly people in nursing homes, that's hard to come to terms with. So let me tell you about why I'm really here on this channel. Kitchen table version. We're doing this casual like. I have schizoaffective disorder, PTSD, panic disorder. I have Meniere's disease. And I also have pure sensory. I also have memory issues. Pure sensory polyneuropathy, which means basically it's progressive and I basically can't feel anything below my knees. I'm on SSDI, which is Social Security Disability Insurance. Right now, with what's happening in Washington, the current administration's push to restructure disability benefits, the new DOJ rules, the systematic review processes being proposed, I'm genuinely scared that I could lose my income. Not hypothetically, actually. Possibly soon. And if that happens, I have no backup plan. I have no savings cushion. We can go into that if you have questions about why. I become dependent on the people I love, and that is something I cannot accept. Here's what you need to know about me before I became disabled. I worked full-time for decades in high-stress jobs. I volunteered nearly full-time on top of that, being a contributor to my community, to the people around me, to something bigger than myself. That's not something I do. It's something I am. 10 years ago, my body and my brain said no more. I have dealt with this mental health issue, primarily the schizoaffective disorder, since I was a child. Of course, back in the 80s, kids didn't have mental health. They just needed to pick themselves up and deal with it. And I've spent every day since I left work in 2016 trying to figure out who I am when I can't contribute the way I used to. This channel is part of that answer. I have 565 subscribers. I've made over 120 videos. I'm not monetized. And I have approximately 3 years to change that. Not because I want to be a YouTube star. Not because I need validation. Because really, I'm actually a bit of a wallflower. But because I need to be able to support myself. I currently live with my mother. And that will not always be the case. She has her own health issues. I need to matter in a way that shows up in the world. I need to know what I'm building here is real, that it can hold weight when I need it to. That's not creator anxiety. That's survival planning. And here's the thing. I'm not telling you this so you feel sorry for me. I think I'm actually allergic to pity. It makes me itchy. And it really pisses me off if I think people feel that way. I'm telling you this because I think a lot of you are carrying something similar. Maybe it's not SSDI. Maybe it's a job that's disappearing. A body that changed the plan. A brain that won't cooperate with the life you had planned. Maybe you're a Gen X woman who spent years being competent and capable and quietly holding everything together. And now you're trying to build something new in a landscape that feels like it was designed for someone 20 years younger than you. And you're wondering if it's too late. It's not too late. I refuse to accept that it's too late for either of us. I started knitting 2 years ago at a conference where someone essentially gave me permission to make ugly things. I know, very on brand for someone with my diagnostic resume. And what I found was this. Knitting does something to a nervous system that's been running on threat response for years. It does something measurable, something real. And I thought, if it did this for me, and I have the peer support training, and I have the lived experience, then maybe I can build something here that actually helps people. That's the mission. That's always been the mission. I just need to find my people. And I think my people are out there. I think you might be one of them. So here's where I'm frustrated. I'm a little scared. I'm behind the goals that matter to me more than I usually let on. And I am absolutely, completely, stubbornly not stopping. It's become a matter of pride now. I'm going to do it just to prove that it can be done. Because the alternative, going quiet, giving up, waiting to see what happens, costs more than the effort does. You're not behind. You're not powerless. You're not broken. And neither am I. If any of this landed for you, if you're a disabled creator, a neurodivergent creator, a Gen X woman building something in the margins of a life that didn't go according to plan, tell me in the comments. What are you building? What's driving you? I genuinely want to know. I'll see you in the next one.